Mike and Atlanta got up the next morning, went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual booth by the window. Where they can observe people and interpret their behaviors. Are you enjoying the coffee this morning, Leilana? It's wonderful. I'm thinking about that package. I wonder what's in it. Whatever it is, people seem to hold it of great importance, to be of great importance. I have a theory that it could be plans drawn up by aliens who are in disguise here on Earth. Plans for the takeover of planet Earth. Here you go again with your alien conspiracy theory. I certainly doubt that's accurate. It's probably just business documents or something. Then why are people so intrigued by it as if it were a crucial issue? People get upset at each other about little things. I'm going with my alien conspiracy theory. I seriously doubt it. Look, Leilana, there's a tall woman with long hair passing the package to another tall woman with long hair. I see it. All of a sudden, the woman to whom the package was passed to looks at Mike and Leilana with intense fury for several minutes. She then proceeds to get into her Corvette and drive off into the San Francisco morning. I really want to know what is going on. So do I. Would you like to practice some more William Shakespeare dialect? Sure, Mike and Leilana practice some more William Shakespeare dialect. Mike and Leilana got up the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast. They got their usual booth by the window. It is so nice to be in love with you, Leilana. I agree. Just to be in your presence and behold you is so profoundly arousing to my soul that I feel a kind of light in my soul that illuminates it from within, awakening it to the true meaning of beauty and as epitomized by romantic love. I feel that way myself, Mike. All of a sudden, the woman pulls up in a Corvette. It's the woman that Mike and Leilana saw with the package yesterday. Do you see that? Yes, I see it. It's the woman with the package. All of a sudden, the woman takes out the package. From out of the package, she pulls an object with a multi-dimensional shape that glimmers in the sunlight. For an instant, it seems as though another dimension has revealed itself. It was only shown for a few seconds, but in it, Mike and Leilana saw a landscape of the most beautiful colors and exotic shapes they have ever seen. They both felt their souls aroused by a keen awareness of hidden realities. Wow, that was amazing. It sure was. Suddenly, the woman got back into her Corvette and drove off. Would you like to go back to my condominium and practice more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure, Mike and Leilana practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed their performance of William Shakespeare dialogue. And talked into the evening. That was fascinating yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, that multi-dimensional object that the woman in the Corvette pulled out was very intriguing. Now we know what now that we know what it is that was in the okay. Now we know what it is that was in the package. Next, I want to know what the purpose of it is. So do I. People seem to be guarding it and hiding it. They pass it back and forth to each other. We have some clues. Yes, we have some clues. What would you what would people be passing back and forth to each other and hiding? We've seen that this object opens up another dimension. We saw the beautiful colors and objects in that dimension. They can only be seen there. In that dimension, I saw only beauty. This world can be both beautiful and disturbingly hideous. But that dimension revealed itself to be entirely beautiful. Could it be some kind of utopia? That's interesting. I've often thought about utopia myself. I wonder if it is possible. Some kind of world of perfection where there's only physical beauty and kind human behavior. This world is a far distance from that. I often wonder why this world can't be a place where people only experience joy, beauty, kindness, and pleasure. Because a lot of people are miserable. They have a jaded perspective. They are set in their ways. They see life as a series of hardships that must be endured rather than a series of transcendent experiences that can elevate the human soul and put them in touch with the type of love that eliminates their souls from within as an unearthly glow emanates from their bodies. They sure don't see it that way. But some people do see it that way, Leilana, such as you and I. We are idealists. We are idealists. I think that's part of why we are in love. Do you want to go to Pancakes by the Bay tomorrow for breakfast and coffee? Sure, that. The next morning arrives, and Mike and Leilana went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their table, their usual table. Mindy, their favorite waitress, waited on them. Good morning, Mike and Leilana. How does morning find you? Morning finds us in a very interesting situation, Mindy. Leilana and I are pondering many deep questions. We have found that the object that people have been passing back and forth to each other is an object that gives people a view into another dimension. It seems to be some kind of an ideal dimension of love and beauty. That sure isn't what we experience every day here on Earth. No, Mindy, it sure isn't. I often think that if that's not the goal of human existence, then what is? We should be trying to build a world like that. Humans have shown so much brilliance in a lot of things. I agree. Hey, look, it's that same woman in the Corvette. They look out of the window and see the woman in the Corvette get out with another package, from out of which she pulls another multidimensional object. This object has a gleam of darkness to it. And for an instant, they're able to see into a realm of hideous colors they have never seen, grotesque objects that they have never seen, that were being utilized by creatures they have never seen, and the most bizarre, disgusting rituals of sacrifice and sensations of an ugly kind that massage the depths of the dark part of their human psyche. Wow. That was the opposite of what we saw through the other multidimensional object. We saw into a dimension of depravity, inhabited by denizens of sinful delight. That was truly unusual. There's a certain allure to the dark side. I think that the key to an ideal human existence, after having seen that, is to understand how to integrate dark and light elements of the human experience into a purely wonderful and life affirming whole that emphasizes the love of what it means to be human while experiencing love in all of its earthly and transcendent manifestations. I agree. Would you like to go back to my condominium and practice more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Mike and Leilana went back to Mike's condominium and practice more William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike and Leilana went to Pancakes by the Bay for next morning for breakfast and coffee. Pancakes and coffee. They got their usual table by the window. What do you think of what we saw yesterday? Certainly was intriguing. We've now seen a multidimensional object that opens a realm of beauty and a multidimensional object that opens a realm of hideousness. Yeah. They seem to be trying to conceal both the multi-dimensional object that opens up a realm of beauty and the multi-dimensional object that opens up a realm of hideousness. Let's just order breakfast and coffee and talk about something else for now. That would be nice. Penelope, the waitress, takes their order. How can I help you? I'll have the Bayside griddle cakes with extra butter and some of your strawberry maple syrup, along with a cup of mountain morning coffee. Coming right up, Mike. What's it going to be for you, Leilana? I'll have the paradise pancakes and a cup of succulent coffee. I'll have that for you people. By the way, Leilana, how is your writing project going for Coffee Lovers Monthly? It's going great. I find that I have an ability to write about coffee in a poetic way that expresses the way coffee is not only a beverage that brings an exquisite taste sensation to my mouth, but also connects my soul to the internal realm of pleasure that transcends this earthly plane of existence. That was beautifully stated. All of a sudden, they look out of the window and see the woman in the Corvette pull up again. She gets out of the car. She seems to be holding a new package. This package is also intriguing. From the near distance is heard another woman screaming. Get her! She's got the package! The woman gets back into her Corvette and drives off frantically. Wow. I wonder where she went to in her car. I wonder what's in the package. Maybe top secret plans drawn up by aliens interested in taking over planet Earth. I'm sure we'll find out soon. Would you like to go back to my condominium and practice more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Mike and Leilana went back to Mike's condominium and practice more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. Okay, Romeo and Juliet. Um, Scene 2, Capulet's Orchard. Enter Romeo. He jests at scars that never felt a wound. Enter Juliet above the window. But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who's already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vessel livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. To the fair stars in all the heaven having some business to entreat her eyes till they twinkle in their spheres, till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp, who through the airy region stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon that hand. Oh, that it were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks, oh, speaking in, bright angel, for thou art as glorious of this night as being over as a winged measure of the turn wondering eyes of mortals that follow beg the gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. A thousand times, good night. A thousand times the worse to want that light. Love goes towards love as schoolgirls from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks. Re-enter Juliet above. His Romeo is reflection. I'm going to skip right to the end of the play. Give me that mattock and the wrenching iron. Hold, take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it. Give me the light. Upon the life I charge thee. Whatever thou bearest or seest, stay at all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend unto this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment, therefore hence be gone. But if thou jealous, thus I'll return to pride, and what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my means are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable, far than empty tigers or the roaring sea. And I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you. So shalt thou show me friendship, take thou that. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. For all the same, I hide thee about. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt. Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food. This is that banished haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died, and here is come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend him. Stop thy unhowled toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemn, villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die. must indeed. And therefore came I hither, good gentle youth. Tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Think upon these gone. Let them affright thee. I beseech thee, youth. Put not another pursuit upon my head. Oh, by urging me to fury, oh, be gone. By heaven, I do defy thy conjuration, and apprehend thee for a felon here. Why wilt thou provoke me? Then have it thee. Oh, I hear some noise. Lady, come from the nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead, and Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of no holy nuns. Stay not the question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay. This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies, Capulet, Montague? See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen, all punished. Oh, brother Monte, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand. But I can give you the more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by the name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity. A glooming peace this morning with it brings, the sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence, to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and Romeo.